What's up guys, it's Keo and I'm back with another video. Today we have the NBA Live 18 and we're going to take a look at this gameplay.
Download the GameFace HD app, scan yourself, and get your face in the game.
Alright, so we got our instructions here. We're going to go ahead and make the head. Obviously, I'm a girl, so I did the face scan and it was completely abysmal.
Both on and off the court.
You know I use the same name for all my players. I'm JB. JB11, I'm Jason Bishop. I was looking for Bishop in the comment names, but I just assumed that the commentators would be able to say Bishop. They usually are. You know we gotta rep Texas. I know my school is not a huge basketball school, or it is, but it isn't per se like, you know, Duke, North Carolina, Kentucky, whatever. But I'm gonna go ahead and choose my little D1 Sunbelt Conference school. There we are, UTA. We're on the map. I will say they have a bunch of cool hairstyles. I'm usually a 2K player, and I will be kind of like, you know, comparing NBA Live to 2K. And I will say they have a lot more hairstyles compared to 2K. Well, a lot more that are somewhat of today's style. Something you would typically see an NBA player wearing. And I think these mini dreads, they're like, they're dope. And everyone keeps talking about the graphics, but honestly, I don't think the graphics are that bad. But I guess that's maybe because I'm looking at it and I haven't seen 2K18 yet.
Your path to facial hair greatness.
I'm gonna go ahead and choose some facial hair so he doesn't look like he's 12. I don't want him to have the same thing as me. People are like, oh, you look like you're 13. I'm like, yeah, thanks. Nope, I'm 21. Alright, and I'm done. I'm gonna go ahead and choose the wing shooter. Still a little iffy on the weight. I think I'm gonna go with 212. And I'm not sure if I want to do 6'7" or 6'6". I think I'm gonna do 212. 212, 6'6". When you put it like that, if you think you got it like that, when I act like that. And we ready.
Like millions of other kids, you dreamed of one day being in the NBA. You wanted to be a star. And someday, to rise above and become the greatest to ever play. You dreamed of being the one. But the road to stardom is never easy. There are obstacles, injuries, and disappointments. Adversity is universal. It can happen to anyone at any time. And one day, it happened to you. You went from being a guaranteed lottery pick to a kid who may never even play college ball again.
Now, look, it's always bad to hear about injuries, especially to college kids, of course.
Yeah.
But Stephen A. Smith, this one is particularly disheartening because we are 2 weeks into the season, and one of the top NBA prospects in the country goes down potentially with a season-ending injury, a knee injury. That's a killer.
I couldn't agree more. When I heard he was carried off the floor today, all you can do is find yourself hoping that he'll make it back. That's the bottom line. But my heart goes out to him because I didn't expect this. This is a devastating injury. It's never good to have something like this happen to you.
The team doctor broke the news. Torn ACL, sprained MCL, and a torn meniscus. Surgery was scheduled, but your game will likely never be the same. At the 2016 NBA Draft, your name is still mentioned. Not as a prospect, but as a cautionary tale.
Now, there's another huge story in this year's draft. A record number of underclassmen, 30 of them, undrafted. And I hope, anyway, that this is a lesson. This serves as an example to college players. I'm not talking about the ones who are genuinely one and dones, the guys you know are going to be lottery picks. I mean the rest of them. They're not sure shots. You're not sure they're going to be lottery picks. Don't just use the college system for a year thinking you're going to bounce. It doesn't work like that.
Please.
If you don't have the talent, it doesn't work. You got to be cultivated in the system.
Please. There you go again with your blanket generalizations. You know how you are, oh, Max. The woe is me. Oh, my Lord. I can't take it. I just can't take it. It's a case-by-case basis. You can't just blanketly decide this should not be one and dones or this should be one and dones. You got to go on a case-by-case basis. Some dudes deserve to be one and dones. Some people don't. It's on a case-by-case basis.
And that is my point. Thank you for making it for me. Every kid thinks they're the exception to the rule. And members of the media like, Stephen A. Smith, are encouraging these kids to come out early.
Look, Max, bottom line is this. You got to take this into consideration. You had two dudes. They were called the Hype Brothers. Now, you had Nick Howard. This kid had a lot of promise. What does he do? He goes to college. Very uneventful first year, no doubt. The second year, he was pretty good. Here's the problem. The NBA, it's not about pretty good. You need to be great on the collegiate level, on the prep level, in summer leagues and what have you, in order for you to get the stature that you deserve. That's the bottom line. Pretty good ain't good enough to be that stud NBA.
That's exactly my point.
Let me finish. There's another example. I did say the Hype Brothers. I wasn't talking about one individual. I was talking about two. What happens? One and done in a different way. 1 year, one ACL injury later, and look where he's at now. His future is clearly uncertain. So you got to take advantage of that opportunity because you never know when an injury is going to cost you everything.
Stephen A., listen to yourself. Let's listen to yourself for a second. You give one argument for why a kid should come out early, a one-and-done situation. I can give you 30 arguments this morning alone why they should stay in school. And now you have to wonder what a kid like Nick Howard, who has given up his college eligibility, does next. What does he do next?
First of all, don't sweat the technique. The argument, or one argument, as long as it's strong enough, that's all that matters. That's number one. Number two, the Hype Brothers was something special. What they really, really need to do. I'm going to tell you what they need to do, Max. They need to get back to playing together. My sources are telling me the ACL injury has been completely healed. So go on a pro-am circuit. Go in summer leagues. Do what you got to do to get back on the court together to remind everybody of what you once were. Because once you pull that off, the sky's the limit. That's what they need to do. Get back to playing ball together, because when people see what you can do as one, the other arguments don't really matter. Like I said, don't sweat the technique.
Alright guys, that's it for this first video of NBA Live 18. I hope you enjoyed my player creation. I'll be back shortly with another video and my first gang. Peace!